Sure, your mom's real proud of that one.
I disappoint my mother on a daily basis.
You what?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Chef Tyler's Croatian Kitchen. Today we'll be making fritaja. Fritaja is like this weird mix, or like halfway point between an omelet and a frittata. A frittata, it's very similar, but a frittata goes into the oven. Fritaja you just do right on the stove. Kind of like an open-faced omelet, but also it kind of could look like scrambled eggs. I think if you mess it up and you just like scramble eggs, you'd be like, oh, it's still fritaja. Because, you don't want to you want to pretend like you knew what you were doing. Fritaja can be made with literally anything. I'm using pršut and cheese, which is probably the most basic way of doing it. You could add anything you want, like onions, spinach, blitva, mushrooms, asparagus in the spring because it's season for that. Literally anything you want can go into it. So we're just going to go like the basic way, and then you just add in whatever you want. Really so basic, like all we're going to be doing is cooking the eggs in the pan, then I'm going to top the pršut and cheese. I think it'll look really nice. We're going to just go ahead and crack some eggs, and that's a dirty egg, I'm not going to use that one, into our bowl. I'm going to salt these here, right, and just a little pepper as well. If you want to throw in like paprika, go right ahead, and we'll mix these together. You don't want to mix them like all the way through. Kind of cool when you have like streaks of white and streaks of yellow, or make it homogeneous. I don't care. So here we are at the stove. I got this coming up to temperature. Because it's stainless steel, we need this to get like really hot before I put the oil in. If you're using non-stick, you'll have a much easier time with it. Probably what will happen is it will stick a little bit, so it's not going to be like a perfect omelet, but it'll break apart. That's totally fine. Like I was saying before, it's kind of meant to look a little bit messy. It's not as messy as scrambled eggs, but it's not as perfect as an omelet. It's that weird in between. Called frittata.
How do you know if a pan is ready?
Well, I'm guessing. But you can throw some water onto it. The oil here is like shimmering. I don't know if you can see it, but like, and it flows a lot too. When oil is cold, it doesn't flow as much, but once it warms up, it flows a lot. So let's just go and get this in.
Ooh.
So turn the heat down a bit. We're just going to leave it as such so that it develops a crust on the bottom. It's starting to brown along the edges, so we'll just pick it up, move it around. So this part is where it's kind of like an omelet, and then we'll let it sit again so that it sets and cooks the bottom and unsticks.
Is the optimal utensil a fork?
I like doing it with a fork. This is how I learned how to make omelets with the fork. Like Julie Child recommends you like shake, and like move around. So I just use the fork. You could use maybe like a silicone spatula as well. Whatever you're most comfortable with. I just happen to be more comfortable with the fork. And then we'll just tilt around again. And get all the eggs cooked all the way around.
Whoa!
Oh, there we go.
Please keep in mind when using a fork, do not use it in a Teflon pan.
Oh yeah, do not use metal on Teflon. This should be done now, and then we'll go ahead and plate and give this a try. So here we have the frittata. It is not scrambled eggs because they are mainly together, but it's still not an omelet because it is separated. Like I said, it's this weird like in-between thing. I'm just gonna go ahead now and dress the frittata with just shred some pieces of pršut and put it on top. Of course, if you had fillings that you put into the frittata in the pan, it would already be on here. But obviously we're topping here.
It looks delicious.
And here we have our frittata. Go ahead and give a taste with the pršut and the egg.
A knife, mayhaps?
Nope, I'm going to stab it. All right, we're gonna go through the side and we're gonna scoop it up. Let's give it a taste. Delicious. I mean, it's egg, so it tastes like an egg, which is already amazing. Plus with like some of the pršut on top and the cheese, I mean, this is the perfect like breakfast, really.
High protein.
High protein, no carbs. Everyone knows how to make eggs in the morning, and then just top it with pršut and cheese, and you have an amazing fritaja to start your day off right. High protein too. I would love some bread with this actually. If it weren't Sunday, we could go to the bakery and get bread, but that would have required me to think in advance, and that's hard. This was Fritaja. If you liked what you saw, please hit like and subscribe. And as always, go by the tech.
Don't play with your meat on camera.
If you want to watch me play with my meat on camera, check out my OnlyFans.
Lol.